Peace like a river. Peace like a river. Peace like a river. Peace like a river. My soul. Peace like a river. Peace like a river. Peace like a river in my soul. Peace. Love like an ocean, like a love like an ocean, love like an ocean, love like an ocean in my soul. Joy, 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 mountain.
if you'll stand and turn with us to number 444. I don't know about tomorrow. I just live from day to day. I don't borrow from its sunshine, for its skies may turn to gray. I don't worry you may be seated, and the children may be dismissed to go to Children's Church.
day you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. And then the Lord said to Moses, why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water so that the Israelites can go through the sea on dry ground. I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians so that they will go in after them, and I will gain glory through Pharaoh and all his army, through his chariots and his horsemen. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I gain glory through Pharaoh, his chariots, and his horsemen. Then the angel of God, who had been traveling in front of Israel's army, withdrew and went behind them. The pillar of cloud also moved from in front and stood behind them, coming between the armies of Egypt and Israel. Throughout the night, the cloud brought darkness to the one side and light to the other side, so neither went near the other all night long. So, using that as our text and kind of visualizing what that looks like today, we're going to start answering some of those questions. First of all, why, what does be still mean? So, if you can imagine, and I think we all can, there's been times when we're just up against it. Or sometimes someone we love is just really up against it. And we are so burdened for that person that we love that's so up against it. And we want to come in and we want to solve a problem. We want to help them. We want to do everything we can. I think of, our children, our grandchildren, our brothers, our sisters, whoever, and we just want to rush in and we want to solve that problem. They're really up against it. I'm really up against it. The children of Israel, they were really up against it. And they looked up and all they saw was something that just made them full of fear, full of questions, full of anxiety. But be still means, first of all, we cease striving. We cease trying to help. We cease trying to find the answers. I cease trying to solve. We cease striving. Be still means you cease striving. It's a command to stop trying to force outcomes, my outcomes, what I want, right, through our own strength, and relax into God's power. Secondly, we have to wait patiently. That's not just wait a day. That's not just wait 10 minutes. We have to wait, be still, and know that I am God means it's God's timetable now. It's not mine. It's all on God's timetable. If we're really the spiritual discipline of be still, we're going to wait patiently. We're going to release the fear. And I think during, that be still, oh my goodness, your heart's pounding, your heart's racing, you can't sleep, you're tossing You ever tried to get in a kid's tent? Okay. Okay, I'm in. Okay. I gotta close the door. All right. All right. This is what being still feels like. I've felt in isolation, but I needed to be here. Being still, it felt like, you know what? I'm just here alone with God. No distractions. I've kind of closed myself off. It's me and God. And I've had to come into this place so that I could hear Him. Not just for 5 minutes, because trust me, the tendency is for me to, pop back out and, and say, hey, I just want to know what your opinion is, and then I'll go back in. Okay, God, I got some opinion. Hey, I need to call somebody. I need to reach for my phone. And God said, no, you need to just be still. It's hard. It's been hard. And this is what it's felt like. This is what it feels like. But you know what? I've heard directly from God. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt what I heard. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this time of being still, I could relate to what the Israelites felt, that cloud that separated the light from the dark. It's almost like that cloud was this place of stillness. That cloud was that separation. And I knew God was calling me to be still when everything in me wanted to just respond, right? I think that's when we know to be still, is when we know that everything in me wants to do something to control, or so that I can feel better, or that it's all about an outcome. And when God says, I need you to be still, this is what it looks like. That doesn't mean that I stop loving. It means I pray more. I seek His guidance more. And then what I don't know is, well, God, okay, you have spoken so clearly to me. And I can relate to those Israelites. This is, you only need to be still because I'm going to fight for you. But it's not just the fact that God's dealing with me. That stillness allows God to deal with the situation. And that's what was kind of revealed to me in that cloud, that cloud that separates. It says, you know what? There's two sides. I'm not just letting you be still, but I need time to work in other situations and in circumstances. And then when, I heard about my friend and just what that friend is going through, I just thought to myself, oh, God, allow my friend to have the still moments. Because I know there's anger. I know that my friend is totally beside themselves. And then I started thinking and praying for my friend's support circle. And I just said, oh, Lord, may they have a be still time that would allow you to work on them and on the situation. You see, what I don't know is, when does be still stop? And I think it stops when
I feel that peace that says, God says, now, go ahead. And get out. Maybe. Oh, you're still here. Good. See, it was a risk. Could have all walked out. And I think he'll tell me, and I'll feel it. I'll feel that great peace. And and you may not be going through a time when he's telling you to be still, but I think you will sometime. Because I think we all deal with things when we want to react. Or our children, our grandchildren. And they look for us for some guidance and some suggestions spiritually. And our first inclination is to verbally just throw it all out there. And what I've been taught this week is be still. Because whatever I'm going to tell them, it's not going to match the Holy Spirit's leading in their life. That be still is not just for me. It's for that burden that I carry. Darren and I started watching a show last night. I think it's called The Madison. I think it just released, and I don't know if any of you got to see that, but beautiful, beautiful scenery. Started out with two brothers fly fishing, just in the calmness of the water. And the wife of one of the brothers lived in New York, busy. High society, busy, city mouse. They raised two daughters. They're used to all the luxuries. And for the father, all he wants to do is go in this serene place to fly fish. And I shouldn't probably share an outcome of a show, but for sermon illustration. But him and his brother, they end up in this beautiful, beautiful place, and required to get there by airplane. They try to go and leave before a storm comes in, and the storm comes, and it's a show, and the two brothers, they pass away in this plane accident. And then the wife, who had never ever been to these cabins, even though her husband kept asking her, you got to come, you got to see the beauty of it. It's just so breathtaking. And she would never come. At his death, she had to go identify the bodies. The brother didn't have any family, didn't have a wife, didn't have anybody. So the wife and the two daughters had to go and identify the bodies. And then she began to see the beauty that her husband just kept raving about. And she said, all this time, I've been married for 30 years. And all this time, he kept asking me to come. And I've missed out for 30 years. And she told her children, I'm not going to miss out anymore. And I just think that those still periods, not moments, but I think still periods, are that thing of beauty. That thing that just says, be still, my soul, and rest in me. The battle is the Lord's. It's not ours. It's not our kids. Satan, we have been told that, we battle against the powers of Satan. And Satan wants to keep us full of fear. He wants to keep us busy. He wants to keep us in control. The last thing he wants is for us to be still. And I will tell you, it's not easy. It's been hard. my heart has raced during this time. I've wanted to, you know, I've wanted to go to the distraction. I've wanted to go talk to this person or that person or that person. Mm-mm. God told me, you got to go in here. You got to be still. We're going to close with I speak the name of Jesus. And I just want that to be our prayer today. You know, as we think about, God, how are you leading me? And maybe this is a message that isn't for today, but you mean, wow, that's something I need to remember. That illustration is something I need to remember. I think in this crazy world that keeps us so distracted and so incredibly busy, I think all of us could really benefit from be still and know that I am God. I'm sovereign. I know what's going on. You don't have to tell anybody else. I already know. I got you. But I need you to recognize I got you. Be still and know that I am God. If you'll stand with us.
I just want to speak the name of Jesus over every heart and every mind. 'Cause I know there is peace within your presence. I speak Jesus. I just want to speak the name of Jesus till every dark addiction starts to break, declaring there is hope and there is freedom. I speak Jesus. 'Cause your name is power, your name is healing, your name is life. Break every stronghold, shine through the shadows, burn like a fire. I just want to speak the name of Jesus over fear and all anxiety. To every soul held captive by depression, I speak Jesus. 'Cause your name is power, your name is healing, your name is life. Break every stronghold, shine through the shadows, burn like a fire. Shout Jesus from the mountains, Jesus in the streets, Jesus in the darkness over every enemy. Jesus for my family, I speak the holy name, Jesus. Shout Jesus from the mountains, Jesus in the streets, Jesus in the darkness over every enemy. Jesus for my family, I speak the holy name, Jesus. 'Cause your name is power, your name is healing, your name is life. I just want to speak the name of Jesus over every heart and every mind. 'Cause I know there is peace within your presence. I